Greetings from the Bronx, and I love New York, and this is the Randalls Island connector. This is the bridge that'll bring you from the Bronx, and here is a look down 132nd Street. Nearest cross street would be Willow Street. We are right next to the print press for the Wall Street Journal and the New York Post. Now let's step into the Randalls Island connector. There are a few ways to get to Randalls Island, and this is the walking way to get there from the Bronx. And welcome to Randalls Island Park. We are here at the Randalls Island connector. You can also drive across. You can walk across again over by the Harlem area. And let's see what it's like to walk over from the boogie down Bronx. I've done this walk before. It is always a pleasure to be back. It's a rather quiet walk because in this area of the Bronx, there's not a lot when you exit the connector, unless you work for the print shop that prints the New York Post or the Wall Street Journal. And that is who the neighbors are. You can see the big New York Post up in the sky. And if you were to take 132nd Street, you'd be right down at the end of the block, and you would be right across from LaGuardia Airport and Rikers Island. Now, what is there to do on Randalls Island? Well, the FDNY has their training, one of their training facilities at that location where you can scale walls and learn to simulate fires. There are very popular concerts that take place on, actually it's Randalls and Wards Island. They've combined the two into one location, so it's actually Randalls and Wards Island. I find when I go there, the most fun I see is people having picnics and birthday parties. They have tables set up with beautiful sunset views of Manhattan, and they have a ball field. People do use the area for sports and activities, and you can walk underneath the Hellgate train tracks that go over from Astoria, Queens, and they go over Randalls and Wards Island and then over to the Bronx. Actually, we can see some of the towers from the airport. Again, that would be LaGuardia Airport if you took 132nd Street all of the way to the end. And this is the Port Morris area of the Bronx. I think the 4 and the 6 train would be closest to this area. And again, you can get to Randalls and Wards Island from Manhattan, but I'm celebrating the Bronx today. It was a wonderful day in the Bronx. Walked around Mount Eden, hung out with some friends, and I said, oh, it's a July night, let's take a stroll back past Yankee Stadium. And once I get to Yankee Stadium, I'm like, well, I kind of know I can walk over to Randalls Island. And so that's the plan. Just enjoy New York. Oh, look at this beautiful view. The depth of field under the Hellgate tracks. Did see, you're probably wondering, like, why is he doing that? I see absolutely no people. I've seen, before I approached the connector to Randalls Island, did see a bunch of bicyclists. That's actually here comes a bicyclist now. That's actually one of the more popular things to do from this area, is to ride your bike over. And there's a great water view that we're going to be seeing right here. It's the Bronx Kill, which connects to the Harlem River. It's kind of odd to be in a city like New York. There it is, and have such peace and quiet. How's that for a summer view? Some peace. And you can see the bridge to the right. There'll be some vehicles because you can drive your car over to the island. The islands, Randalls and Ward's Island. Okay, we're about to step foot on the island, and you'll get a quick glimpse. It's pretty open on this side. And once we step past this light, we will have officially landed on an island from a borough. Here it is. Welcome to Randalls Island Park. Right, there is a lot to do here. You know, he's probably getting a misconception seeing it so quiet. There is a bird bonanza on May 13th. Fireworks and fun on the 29th. I do remember they had there it is, some spring sakura matsuri, cherry blossom events that take place as well. And it is officially one of the city parks. This is Sunken Meadow Athletic Fields. Now you have some great views. Open space. Yes, open space. After you leave a very crowded borough like the Bronx, it's such a pleasure that you can just walk over here for free and enjoy some open space. And if you want to head back to the Bronx, you can go in both directions. This would be leaving Randalls Island back to the Boogie Down. I'm going to continue my walk across Randalls Island. Gonna stroll over to the 125th Street Bridge and head myself back to Manhattan via Harlem. Till next time, keep exploring and enjoying.